Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Learning Torah Lishma. You know, when the boys of Hebron, when they came off the boat from Europe, and they came to Eretz Yisrael, they were coming off the boats for the first time. They traveled all the way from Europe, and they're getting off the boats now, entering Eretz Yisrael, the yeshiva of Hebron. I was there. It's a big yeshiva today. When they first came, they were wearing white, and in those days, that was considered, it wasn't considered proper. That was like haughtiness. That was like, it wasn't considered proper. It was considered too arrogant to wear that. It's like saying you're better than everybody. It wasn't considered. Now, of course, there was a reason why they did that, because the yeshiva boy, was put down so much. They wanted to bring up their spirits. You understand? The girls wouldn't marry them. Today it's the opposite, right? The girls don't, you can't get, if you're working, you can't get a girl. If you're a yeshiva boy, that's the only way, right? We have to be a little better. We have to create balance. There are girls that should marry working boys, and there are girls that should marry learning people. You understand? It doesn't mean that the learning person doesn't work at all, but, he's working a half a day, something like that. You understand? So when they came off the boats, they were wearing white. And Rav Kook, I know there's, people have questions about Rav Kook, but he was a holy person. He did mean well. I'm not saying he didn't make any mistakes. He did. But he meant well, and he was a holy person, and he was a big Talmid Chacham, a lot of Rosh Yeshivas today don't come close to him, you understand? Probably most of them today don't come close to his knowledge of Torah. So when he saw them coming off the boats, Rav Kook said, giyishe Lamdonim, and he don't allow them in Yerushalayim. And that's because when they first came, they wanted to open up a yeshiva in Yerushalayim, and that's why they had to open up in Hebron, because Rav Kook didn't allow it. He didn't want this secularism to come in. Giyishe Lamdonim, he called them. So just, that's interesting piece of history. But what we learn from here is no matter how much Torah you know, if you do not have Jewish ideology, especially when it comes to crucial aspects of life, it's a giyishe Lamdonim. You're not a Jewish righteous person. You're someone from the other. You're thinking like someone from somewhere else, but not from Jewish ideology. This is extremely important. I live in a Shem Zimor.